It was a busy offseason in college athletics, highlighted by a court ruling to allow student athletes to benefit financially. Now the games begin. NCAA football kicks off today, a season that will end for the first time with a national championship playoff. Joining us with more is CBS Sports college football analyst Brian Jones. Brian, good morning.
Good morning. How are you guys?
We're doing okay. I want to get to the playoff system in a second, but I want to talk about this compensation thing first, because now college players can get compensated to some degree for sales of things like T-shirts, right?
Well, essentially for the use of their name, image, and likeness. Judge Akins handed down a ruling that says you have to have a pool of money with a minimum of $5,000 available in that pool to share amongst college athletes. I think that's too low of a bar. If for those out there who've been crying about socialism, look no further than big-time college sports. That's where it lives. I think every athlete, whether you're female, male, whether it's a revenue-generating sport or not, should be able to go out and see if there is a market for their likeness. Open it up and allow these guys to leverage their brand.
You say 5,000 is low. It's better than zero, though. So
well, it is better than zero. But if my jersey is flying off the racks at the University Co-op, it may be worth a little bit more than 5,000. Who knows where we'd go? Say, for instance, Johnny Football, who we talked about last time I was here. Just can you imagine the amount of money and revenue he generated during his time there at Texas A&M?
But is the trickle down of that just getting a little bit of money? It only applies to 65 teams from the Big Five. Will you now see a change in recruitment?
Well, you've got the power conferences. You're exactly right. The haves, and then you have the have-nots, those from the other lesser conferences in terms of revenue. And they may take a hit. They're not going to be able to compete from a monetary standpoint with these other Power 5 conferences.
Right. All right, let's take a look at the new playoff system. How's that going to work?
Well, you got 4 teams that are going to be participating in this playoff, and I've been clamoring for a playoff for a long, long time. Mm-hmm. And these are baby steps in my estimation. I think we're going to have to move further than 4 teams. Now, the College Football Playoff Committee, our executive director, Bill Hancock, has stated that we're not moving past 4 teams for at least another 12 years. Mm-hmm. You were wrong, because I'm already engaging in bracket creep. I want it right now. 4's not going to be enough. Team 5, who's left out, or 6 that's going to be left out, they're going to be so upset. Their fan base is going to be upset. I think we're going to have to move towards 6, 8 fairly quickly. But this is a step in the right direction in my estimation. So look again at the power conferences. They're going to be locked in. Their conference champions are going to be locked in. They found a way to incorporate the bowls, which we've all grown up with and love, which we knew they could do, but they were saying they couldn't. So we've debunked a couple of the myths that they've been laying out there and trying not to head down this road. But it's a step in the right direction.
A lot of people said it wasn't as exciting either without the playoffs. Do you think this will make it more exciting?
College football is such a different animal. It's so unique. And the fan base is so rabid that nothing's going to mess it up. They always try to compare it to college basketball. Well, the reason college basketball is not as excitable during the regular season is because the kids stay a year or 2 and you got to start all over. Yeah. You don't even know who's playing from year to year. College football is not like that. It's unique in its own right, and this is only going to help it. And look at the amount of money generated. Yeah. 14 playoff, $500 million. Wow. 18 playoff, that's $1 billion. I'd rather have $1 billion than $500 million, right?
Brian, quickly, who are you thinking to make those 4 playoff spots?
Well, my prediction, I had Ohio State. They just lost their star quarterback, Braxton Miller, so I'm not so sure they're going to be in there. But Florida State, which won the title a year ago. Also have UCLA out west in the Pac-12. I've got Florida. How about that? The Florida Gators. I think Florida bounces back from a 8-loss season a year ago. They're going to be dynamite.
All right.
Always exciting to have you at the table.
Thank you.
Brian
Invite
Jones,
me back for more.
Thanks, Brian Jones.
We will. Right. You're going to regret saying that soon enough. And a reminder, at noon Eastern today, CBS Sports Network has a big NCAA season opener with 5th-ranked Ohio State taking on Navy and its standout quarterback, Keenan Reynolds.